Let me bring this question in. It comes from Ahmed. He says, is there no signal station at the Fairway Buoy before MV Agamba came in?
Well, I don't know what you mean by signal station. What we have is we have a monitoring system that any ship coming in is an international standard that once she's above 300 metric tons, we see her on an automatic identification system. So we see the ship coming, and then we do some back-checking and investigation on the vessel, what she's doing, where she's coming from. And if we're not having any prior information, we also look and get to agencies that you'll have, and then we do these checks. So the signal we'll have, like I said, our first line of defense, the ship that is at sea, will see and tell us, so ship is on its way coming in. The first concern is security, because like we said, piracy and attack on them. And then they will also define to us, it's a cargo ship, or it's a combination of a cargo and a passenger. Or, so they give us such a description. Not only that, even ships, Nigerian ships, be them tanker, be them cargo ships, all ships come through the Fairway Buoy. So we do receive, and we see them also, except if they are defaulting, or they have faulty AIS, or they are below that standard. That is below 300 metric tons.
Has there been any case of having a manifest that doesn't conform with what you physically can check and see in any of the vessels?
What we have said is we have seen the manifest that there are gaps and not all information coming up. But again, the immigration is up to that. They check and they see these gaps. But I know it's even for them it's a big problem. For example, you cannot be boarding a British Airways from Nigeria to UK, London, for example, and 3/4 of those that are going are having an emergency traveling certificate. That's suspicious, but it's a big problem I know the immigration is facing, and there are a lot of things that can be done so that we reduce that number. For example, for us here, we've recommended severally that again, we should make more provision for the immigration to be assisted to go to various embassies in our neighborhood.
To who?
We've recommended through our headquarters, and that is a channel of command that they also sent to the minister to everywhere, and all the ministries and agencies that are concerned, that we can go and see how much and how fast as we can, and as many as we can get, do passports for them, as long as they are genuine Nigerians living there, is possible.
Living in Gabon?
Yes, there are.
So I'm just wondering, your major concern is security.
Yes.
And you're also bothered about the identity of these people who come in.
Yes.
You're concerned that if they go to even if we take them to the other countries, they've been unnoticed here, they've been undocumented here.
That's correct.
What can we do to change that?
What we can do is, part of it is what we are doing now. The writing has to be done. If they are coming, bringing them from any country, respecting all protocols, we should also make sure that we provide enough information about them, who they are, where they are going to their destination. And of course, we should channel it through the appropriate, through the embassies. And of course, if they are coming in that large drone, their consuls in this country should come and receive them. That is a way of identifying and identifying with them, and also identification. And so they are also captured.
Can't we register them ourselves?
They are registered when they come in. They are captured. But again, we need more facilities there. And I'm sure we need, for example, biometric data so that it can be cross-checked. I know immigration captures everybody now if you are traveling and you need passport. So some of these data, if you capture them on arrival too, even if they're not having emergency, if they're not having international passports, for the Nigerians, we could see if they've had passports before, and that will also assist to sort out. I'm sure the immigration is doing a lot, and other agencies also are doing a lot too, and are having issues with this too.
So does that then mean that no vessel will bring Nigerians or other nationals to our shores without fulfilling all of these criteria that you railed out?
For Nigerians, you can't stop somebody from coming home.
Other nationals?
Other nationals, for deportation, no. If you have to deport, the procedure must be followed. You must send the information well ahead of time. They must be adequately documented. It is not only for us, it's also for the security of those countries. You can't imagine if we have 100 people coming and crossing to any of the West African countries, and out of them 50 are trained mercenaries, it's going to be a big disaster. And they come with a mission. It's going to be a big disaster. And in that case, we will be accused of aiding and allowing people to pass through our shores and cross over to other countries to commit havoc.
Yep.
It's possible again, they have committed some crimes elsewhere and they just sneak in unnoticed. It's possible they have done it here and they just cross and go. Like I said, for the Nigerians, our children, you just wake up, your children are kidnapped and they're gone.
And if you look at the possibilities you've just raised, so what if that is what it is the Navy able to stop any kind of insurgents that come through our waterways?
For preparedness to stop insurgency, we have been training. We're out at sea every time. We train on live critical infrastructures at sea. And we train singly, that is only Navy. We train also jointly with the Air Force. There are also multilateral training, extra-regional forces, the AFRICOM, countries again at bilateral level, we train with them. And by March, we even have an exercise, which is an annual one, Obangeme Express. It brings most countries in the Gulf of Guinea to train together to see how they can also resolve issues of security when they so happen at sea. We train to see how we can break the barrier of communication, French speaking, Portuguese speaking, Spanish speaking, and we train to see how our equipments can interoperate together. We train to see how their aircraft and our aircraft overflying.
We assume they speak French Portuguese in the Navy.
Yeah. In the Navy, we have people who speak French, but we can't have them on all the ships. And sometimes they might be busy doing some other important duties too. So, but internationally, there are accepted languages, there are accepted patterns of communicating. And of course, we try to have people in each of the control centers in countries that will participate. We try to have those that can communicate. For example, Obangeme, we might have somebody from Nigeria in Cameroon or in Gabon, for example, and we have somebody from Gabon here in Nigeria or in Cotonou. So we have so that we can assist each other also.
Sorry, before he leaves, NNS is Andoni.
Yeah.
When will it be commissioned?
So it's been 4 years now.
It's almost 4 years, Andoni.
Andoni is a ship that is very important to us, Nigerian Navy, and I'm sure for the country too. It is the first ship we're starting from design to conclusion. And of course, it's been at sea 4 years. Let's not go. It's been commissioned, and it's been working and doing a lot of work. It's there in the Eastern Naval Command. She's done wonderful arrest of ships, illegal bunkering. Right. Name it, she's been doing quite well.
Okay, this is where we'll have to let it go. Thank you for coming on this morning. Right Admiral Atiku Abdulkader is the Flag Officer commanding Eastern Naval Command in Calabar.